All right, what's going on, y'all? It's me, Galen, and today we have another video. Today we are discussing Paramore. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let's get into the topic of today, Paramore. So a little background first about Paramore, if you don't know, which, if you're a Paramore fan, I already know you're like, what do you mean don't know Paramore? I know. They're a group that began in Franklin, Tennessee, which is crazy to me because what the fuck is there, honestly? Maybe I haven't been to Franklin enough. I don't see much being in Franklin, which, makes sense. They definitely didn't stay there, so I understand that part. But yeah, they began in Franklin. During the years, they've switched up a few members, but as of today, their members are lead singer Haley Williams, guitarist Taylor York, and drummer Zach Farrow. The group began in 2004, and they are known for hits like Ain't It Fun? Ain't It Fun? Living in the real world. Still Into You. Decode. No, not this time. Not this time. How do we get here when I used to love you so? How did we get here? The Only Exception. And that was the day that I promised I'd never sing of love if it does not exist. But darling, you are the only exception. 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 And so many more great songs, music, albums. But Paramore's last album was in 2017, the album After Laughter. 6 years later, 2023, they have made their return to music. Their album dropping from the time I'm recording this in 5 more days. Their album This Is Why dropping February 10th. And if you don't know, if you're just wondering, I'm 22, and so I've always known, the hits. I was introduced to Paramore when I was younger, so I've never had the chance to listen to, a full album. In preparation for the new album, I decided, okay, well, how about I just listen to all of them? And then I thought, well, there's got to be, fans that are my age or, maybe younger or maybe or even older that might not have listened to all the Paramore albums or, heard a lot of their music. Why not use what I'm doing? Because I was going to listen to all their albums regardless and, help y'all out. And so today I'll just be, going through their albums, giving you a couple songs, giving you, I guess, like how I was feeling during them. Yeah, a little context if I have any. I've only listened to their albums recently, but it is not taking me long to just fall in love with basically every one of them. And I just have been listening to them non-stop. Every day I have some Paramore songs, in the rotation, every day. And I'm for sure going to have some after this album, months later, years, I don't know, rest of my life. And so I want to share Paramore with y'all. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we're just going to get into it. So their first album, All We Know Is Falling, dropped in 2005, which to me is crazy because, bro, these niggas were 15 and 16 when they made this album. When I tell you, 15 and 16, those were probably 2 of the horniest years of my life. I could not make no damn album. Bro, these niggas was making albums at 15, bro. We're not gonna say what I was doing, but
The shit that went through my mind at 15 and 16 was basketball, porn, kick, Snapchat, YouTube. I could not make no damn album. A great album at 15, which is what they did. And thanks to Paramore.fandom.com, I don't know how legit that website is, but it definitely helped give a little bit of context. So during this album, one of their members just dipped. Like, he was like, yeah, I'm out. And this was also during the time where Haley's parents got divorced. So during the album, I was, getting feelings of having to let someone go, having to let something go, having to leave your life behind, which is also what they were doing, because they just got signed. They had to move away from Franklin to, go chase their dream of, becoming Paramore. Having to let your town go, having to let people go, having to let love go, or, the hope of love go. Because, seeing your parents divorce, I'm sure was took a toll on her. With this album, a couple of my favorite songs were Emergency.
I think we have an emergency. I think we have an emergency. If you thought I'd think you were once, I won't stop holding on. 'Cause I've seen love die way too many times when it deserved to be loved.
Conspiracy.
Explain to me this conspiracy against me.
Franklin.
And I miss who we were and the town that we could call our own. Going back to get away after everything has changed.
Never Let This Go. And Brighter. So that was the album, All We Know Is Falling. So the next album, Riot, dropped in 2007. And it basically just goes through, to me, just pouring out of, or just a releasing of, emotions, thoughts, and feelings, rage, energy, everything they were feeling at the time. Also, to me, it kind of basically just like I said, the act of just putting yourself out there, going for whatever you want, whether it's a person, a thing, whatever it is, it's just going for it and not caring what anyone else thinks. If someone doesn't like it, hey, I don't care. And you kind of see that with songs like Misery's Business, where she basically just goes through saying that, the former member of this band, that, in the last album, she realized, she had to let them go. But this album, she said, I ain't gonna lie, I want you back. The other woman, whoever caught his attention for whatever time, and she wanted him back, and she wasn't going to feel bad for it. A song like Let the Flames Begin shows whatever the people think about you, whatever your past is, I'm prepared to go down with it. So yeah, like I said, songs from this album that, really caught my attention was Misery's Business. Let the Flames Begin.
So let the flames begin. Oh, glory. Oh, glory. Dances, I will dance when they try to take us down. This is what will be. Oh, glory.
The song Fences.
Because this road is all you'll ever have. And it's obvious that you're dying. Just living proof that the camera's lying. And open wide, 'cause this is your night. So smile, 'cause you'll go out in style.
Born for This.
Everybody sing like it's the last song you will ever sing. Tell me, do you feel the pressure now? Everybody live like it's the last day you will ever see. Tell me, do you feel the pressure now?
And Crush, Crush, Crush.
Nothing compares to a quiet evening alone. Just the one, two. I was just counting on that never happened. I guess I'm dreaming again. Let's be more than this.
So that was the album Riot. And also I think from this album, the band themselves were having a lot of emotions that, they just feel like they needed to let out. And that was also what I believe in the forum they had. They were asking, fans their thoughts, and you just feel like they all just needed someone to like really get their emotions out to, and that's what they kind of tried to embody with the album, which I think they did pretty well with it. Now, the next album is titled Brand New Eyes, which dropped in 2009. Now, in this album, we get songs such as Careful.
You can't be too careful anymore when all that is waiting for you will come any closer. You've got to reach a little more.
Brick by Boring Brick.
Go get the chauffeur, and we'll take a deep pull to bury the castle, bury the castle. Go get the chauffeur, and we'll take a deep pull to bury the castle, bury the castle.
Turn It Off.
I'll turn it off, and the worst part is before it gets any better, we're headed for a cliff. Then in the free fall, I will realize I'm better off when I hit the bottom.
And of course, on this album, one of the best love songs I've personally ever heard.
And that was the day that I promised I'd never sing of love if it does not exist. But darling, you are the only exception. You are the only exception. You are the only exception. You are the only exception.
I could start crying in this bitch. Another hit. All I Wanted.
All I wanted was you. All I wanted was you. All I wanted was you.
So to me, this album is kind of like the iceberg, right? Let's say the first two albums were like the tip of the iceberg, and maybe like the iceberg that's like right at sea level. This is like, you know, the parts of the iceberg that you can't see. Last album, you know, it was a lot of just rage and just energy and just emotion. But this one, I feel like addressed those deeper feelings, those feelings of knowing that this thing that you want so badly you might not ever have, or the destruction that comes with love and relationships and people. Just, you know, just wanting something so bad it just doesn't work out in your favor. You know, she addressed things such as, you know, her parents' divorce and seeing that, and, you know, wondering if, you know, love is still attainable. You know, the departure of the group member and just, you know, issues they were having with the group in general. It seems like it was hard for her to, you know, put these feelings out, because these were, you know, deeper. This wasn't just, you know, the rage and just the feelings you feel in the moment, but these were things you feel when, you know, you're all alone or you're by yourself. But I think it was also like, you know, necessary to address these feelings, because if not, you know, they just stay deep. The music that was in this album was kind of like a release from those feelings, to me, is what it felt like. So that was Brand New Eyes. Next, self-titled album, Paramore, which dropped in 2014. This album kind of reminded me of the first one in a way, where I feel like it was just going through a stage of growth, a stage of reinventing yourself, a stage of getting older. If I did the math correctly, or Haley is around 30, 33, 34 now, and the album dropped 9 years ago, so she might have been like between 23, 24, 25. I'm just gonna say 23, which is around the age that I'm, you know, nearing. As someone who's this age now, it kind of resonated with me, because, you know, a lot of things in your life are changing. You know, you're assessing the people around you. You're either, you know, leaving behind or taking them with you. You know, you're still, you know, addressing some of those feelings that you still have maybe deep within. You know, you want good people around you. You want your life to, you know, start to be figured out. You know, like I said, it's a period of growth, a period of reinventing yourself. This was the first album without Josh and Zach Farro. And so with that, you know, they were getting more fame, and I'm sure they were touring more, and they were getting more popular, and, you know, life was changing around them. And so this was like a changing period, or a transitional period, where a lot of things were changing. And that's kind of what I felt during the album. And also, you know, with getting older, is, you know, you might be taking this path by yourself now. But when you're younger, it's like, you know, we gotta be like, yeah, we're all gonna do this. Everyone's gonna do this. This is gonna be the path. And then as you get older, you realize, you know, some things you just have to do on your own. You have to grow on your own. And that's kind of another thing that I was feeling during this album. I mean, this album features songs like Ain't It Fun, which this album came out in 2014. I was, you know, 14 at the time. I thought I knew what this song was talking about. I didn't at all. I know right now what this song is about. The world, they just gonna throw you out there. It's not gonna be I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get this, and it's gonna go like this. It's more like, it's just a change. Like, before you know it, it's just all happening at once, and you're just like, oh, so this is what it's like to, you know, be by yourself, and, you know, bills and just life is. Whew. So yeah, songs like Ain't It Fun.
Ain't it fun? Living in the real world. Ain't it good being all alone? Ain't it good to be on your own? Ain't it fun? You can't count on no one. Ain't it fun?
Grow up.
Some of us have to grow up sometimes. And so, if I have to, I'm gonna leave you behind. Some of us have to grow up sometimes. And so, if I have to, I'm gonna leave you behind.
Now,
Starting over, we'll head back in. There's a time and a place to die, but this ain't. If there's a future, we want it.
Daydreaming, another one.
Daydreaming.
course, Still Into You.
'Cause after all this time, I'm still into you. I should be over all the butterflies, but I'm into you. I'm into you. And baby, even on the worst nights, I'm into you. I'm into you. Let 'em wonder how we got this far, 'cause I don't really need to wonder at all. Yeah, after all this time, I'm still into you.
One of those crazy girls, like I said, bro. This one had hits, bro. It's some hits on here, bro.
Now when you say you wanna slow down, does it mean you wanna slow dance? Maybe you just want a little extra time to focus on our romance. What do you mean I got it backwards? You know we're gonna be forever. Why are you telling me goodbye? Aren't you gonna stay tonight?
That was just a great album, and I ain't gonna lie, all the albums were great. Like, all I had to do was listen to those albums to know that all the fame, success they've had or they will have, they deserve it. Every album I listen to, I thoroughly enjoy. Like, this is good music, man. Like, they are talented. To have this much impact and to create such great music at their ages it was crazy to me. Like, I now could make something that's is impactful as maybe one of their albums, and they did 4 by this time, which is crazy. And their last album which dropped in 2017, to me was simply just healing. Basically everything I talked about before now, after all, the fighting, the emotions, the change, the growing. Now I think this is the time where you have to accept what you've done. Some things were right, some things were wrong, but you can't control that anymore, and you just have to heal from, the hurt, just everything that you've gone through. This is time to heal. Just listening, hearing the songs on this album, you would think, it's happy, lighthearted, but just like in real life, it seems that, you've gotten better, or you've healed, or you're successful now, or, oh yeah, that was a long time ago. Nah, a lot of this stuff is just, you're healing on the inside. People might not see it. And that's kind of what I saw this album as. Songs that I think I probably listened to the most from this album was for sure Hard Times.
You can tell me when it's alright for me to come out. Hard times, gonna make you wonder why you even try. Hard times, gonna take you down and left with you to cry. These times, and I still don't know how I even survive. Hard times, in order to get your rock bottom.
Told You So.
Is it enough to keep on hoping when the rest have given up? And I hate to say I told you so, but they love to say they told me so. I hate to say I told you so, but they love to say they told me.
Forgiveness.
And I cried till I couldn't cry. Another heart attack. If I lay on the floor, well, maybe I'll wake up and I don't pick up when you call. 'Cause your voice is a gun. Every word is a bullet hole. Shot a hole in the sun. If I never look up, maybe I'll never notice. And you want forgiveness. I just can't do it yet.
Caught in the Middle.
You got the message. I'm just a little bit caught in the middle. I try to keep going, but it's not that simple. I think I'm a little bit caught in the middle. I gotta keep going, or they'll call me a quitter. Yeah, I'm caught in the middle.
And of course, there were more great songs on the album, but like I said, healing. That's the message I got from that album. And in a few days, we'll have This Is Why. Now, I haven't listened to any of the few singles that's been put out because I just want to listen to it all at once. hopefully, you know, this video helps, or, you know, you just enjoy, you know, wondering how I felt, you know, listen to the albums. This is my legit first time like being able to listen to every album like top to bottom, and I definitely enjoyed every single one. Like, it was for real an experience. Like, great music, of course. Haley can sing her ass off. Every band member can play their ass off. You know, hopefully y'all listen to this new album, This Is Why. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Go back and listen to the albums before or after, you know, the new album comes out, because, you know, it's just always good discovering new music, or maybe music you forgot about. Go back and listen to them. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you to everyone who watches my videos, who subscribe, who like, comment, everything. Like, I do really appreciate. Like, it does make me feel good. This Is Why in a few days. I'm excited. I'm ready. So until then, I'll see y'all later.